Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to Spiritual Bloom, where we bloom within our consciousness, with your spiritual guide and twin flame coach, Neha. Today, we are diving into a topic that many twin flames struggle with: the common blocks preventing union in your journey. If you are experiencing separation, confusion, delays, hot and cold behavior, or repeated cycles with your twin flame, this message is for you. One of the biggest misconceptions about this journey is that union is simply about finding the right person. That is what many people think. But in reality, the twin flame journey is a profound spiritual awakening that is designed to help both the counterparts, both the souls, to evolve into their higher selves. And the purpose is not always romance, it is about transformation. So let us discuss some of the blockages that is actually creating a hurdle in your union. Firstly, it is fear of vulnerability. Many twins, they carry a deep emotional wound from childhood, past relationships, past life experiences, family dynamics. And these wounds create a fear of truly being seen. So when authentic intimacy begins to develop with the counterpart, one or both of the twins may unconsciously retreat or run away. They may avoid conversations, suppress emotions, or create distance because vulnerability feels extremely uncomfortable and unsafe. True union has its own meaning. True union requires emotional transparency. And when both people are not ready to be transparent with each other and fear vulnerability, it creates blockage, because it requires both the souls to remove their masks and allow themselves to be fully seen and come into their authentic self. The other reason is when you have unhealed childhood trauma. As we all know that this connection acts like a mirror. Whatever remains unhealed within you will often surface through this connection. Now the wounds can be in the form of abandonment wounds, rejection wounds, feeling unworthy, having trust issues. And in this journey, especially during the initial stages, many people, they believe that their twin flame is actually causing them the pain. However, as they do the inner work and they ascend, the connection often reveals pain that was already there waiting to be healed. It was already there in the surface. So union becomes difficult when unresolved trauma continues to control your actions, your reactions, expectations from the world, from the counterpart, and also impacts your decision making in the process. Now another reason for blockage is attachment and obsession. And this is one of the most common blocks. Many individuals become overly focused on physical union. They become obsessed with their counterpart. They spend every single day stalking, checking social media, searching for signs and synchronicities, watching readings, and trying to predict when reunion will happen. The more attached we become to a specific outcome, the more resistance we create in this journey. Because attachment often stems from fear rather than love, whereas love flows freely and fear clings. That's why it is necessary to release obsessive thinking in this journey and trust your divine timing. When we start surrendering and trust the divine timing, energy becomes more balanced and magnetic. That is why this journey teaches you to be independent, meaning detached, but not detached in a way where you quit the journey. Detached in a way where your emotions, your focus no longer depends on this journey or the other person. Now, another reason for such blockage is lack of self-love. You must be feeling in this journey that you feel a sense of void, and you try to fill that void through karmic relationships, running behind money or running behind job or work that doesn't serve you. But nothing can fill that void until and unless you don't decide to heal yourself. Many people, they enter this journey seeking validation, approval or completion. However, the twin flame path teaches self-love above all else. If your happiness depends entirely on another person, energetic imbalance occurs. Union happens, union thrives when both individuals, they recognize their own worth independent of the relationship, meaning they are not dependent on the outcome whether union or reunion will take place. They are not dependent on the outcome or expectations or behavior of the counterpart. And they start navigating their focus towards themselves. So the more deeply you love yourself, the more aligned you become with the frequency of healthy union. Another factor that blocks your union is fear of change. We people, as human beings, we have this nature that we don't want to remain stagnant in a particular place, in a job, in a situation for a very long time. And we ask the universe, we ask the divine to change our situation. But one question we need to ask ourselves, are we ready for that change? Are we ready to come out of that stagnant situation, of that stagnant job? We want to come out of that stagnant situation, but sometimes we have fear of change. We are scared of the changes. We are scared of the difficulties that is going to come along when you will be pulled out of that stagnant situation. Because union timeline requires significant life changes. You cannot expect yourself to remain in a comfort zone and enter into a union frequency. Because union frequency demands discipline. Union frequency also demands discomfort. You should know how to balance that discomfort. You should know how to balance and tap into that change, that sudden change. So, some people in this process may need to leave unhealthy relationship, change careers or move locations, or completely transform their lifestyle. So even when the soul desires union, the ego may resist because change feels uncomfortable. The ego prefers familiarity, even if that familiarity creates suffering. You know you are stagnant and you are suffering in that situation, but ego will not let you move out of that situation. And growth requires courage. You have to be courageous to tap into such union frequency. Sometimes the block is simply the fear of stepping into a new version of yourself. Another factor which impacts your union is ego control. Because as we all know, the ego seeks certainty. It wants answers, it wants timelines, and it wants to control each and every situation. However, this journey operates according to divine timing rather than human timing. So when you attempt to force communication, control the situation or the connection, or manipulate outcomes, it creates energetic resistance. So you have to learn how to surrender, and surrender does not mean giving up on this journey. It means trusting that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Trusting what? Trusting what is meant for you and cannot miss you. You have to believe in that. Another reason that you are not being able to manifest your union timeline is because of resentment and unforgiveness. Because of the counterpart, many twin flames have to go through a very difficult phase during the initial stages. The counterpart puts them through hard situations, which looks like that in the physical realm, but actually it's not the counterpart who puts them through difficult times, it is their old wounds which surfaces. So they start blaming the counterpart, and that creates unresolved anger towards one another. Because perhaps there was ghosting, betrayal, or emotional inconsistency. While these experiences can be extremely painful, I can understand. But when you hold on to resentment, it creates energetic cords that blocks higher frequencies of love and does not allow you to move into another frequency. And also, forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior that your counterpart gives you. Forgiveness means you are freeing yourself from the emotional weight of the past. You are freeing yourself from the emotional weight of expectations. And healing occurs when we release the need to replay old wounds repeatedly. Another factor, which is a very common factor, that is balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. When these both energies are imbalanced, it creates resistance, and external relationships often reflects that imbalance. Many twins focus on changing their counterpart. They try to heal their counterpart while ignoring their own needs, while ignoring their own healing, ignoring their own energetic alignment. So union begins internally before it manifests externally with your counterpart. Another reason that you are creating blockage is negative beliefs about love. Deep within your subconscious mind, many people carry beliefs like love always hurts, or they have self-doubt that I'm not good enough. Sometimes they have trust issues that this relationship will never last or I will be abandoned. And these beliefs influence reality more than most people realize, because the universe responds to a dominant energetic frequency. If limiting beliefs remain active, they can unconsciously block union experiences. And in this process, awareness is the first step towards transformation. Another factor which blocks your union is spiritual bypassing, which is very much common in case of divine masculines. When they try to spiritual bypass by ignoring the signs, the synchronicities, or the healing and the shadow work that is required to be done. And sometimes it is in the case of divine feminine, because some people, they use spirituality to avoid emotional healing. They only focus on signs, synchronicities, angel numbers, spiritual concepts, while neglecting their own shadow work, their practical inner work. I agree that seeing 11:11 on the clock on your phone is beautiful. It's nice. You make a wish. You have a belief that angel is protecting you. You have a belief that universe is aligning things for you. Receiving signs is extremely wonderful, but remember that signs alone do not heal your wounds. It never will. Because true growth requires self-reflection, it requires accountability, emotional processing, and conscious action. And the soul evolves through healing, not just through signs or synchronicities alone. Another factor that is blocking your union is lack of trust in divine timing. The most significant block is your impatience. Being impatient with the journey, impatient with yourself, with your counterpart. And many twins, they become discouraged when union does not happen according to their expectations. But you must think that what if the delay is actually preparation? What if both the souls are being guided towards deeper healing before coming together? Because if one is not balanced and the other one is balanced, and when they come into union, it creates chaos. Again, they'll go into separation even if they are married. And divine timing is not punishment. It is about protection and preparation. And trusting the process allows the soul to relax and align with its highest path. Now, how do you remove these blockages if you know, or if you feel that it matches your conditions, your situations right now in life or in this journey? You have to focus on your healing rather than chasing union or reunion. Forget about the physical union and reunion for some time. Do your inner work properly. Develop self-love practices. Read good books. Try to do journaling. Try to meditate. Release any kind of limiting beliefs. Release any kind of self-doubt or resistance or trust issues. Heal your wounds properly. Practice forgiveness. Forget about the past. Who treated you in which way, who mistreated you, forget it. Forgive and move on. And most importantly, strengthen your relationship with yourself, because like I've always been telling you, this journey is not about the other person. This journey is about you. If you cannot come into alignment, how will you fulfill your soul purpose? It's all about you. You have a responsibility. You have a soul purpose. And this journey is not about losing yourself in another person. It is actually about finding yourself. As you become more aligned with your authentic self, you naturally align with the highest outcome meant for your soul. The journey itself is the gift. So, never underestimate the power of healing. Never underestimate the power of forgiveness. Just try to forgive and move on in life if someone did wrong to you, even if that person is your counterpart. Because this journey at the end of the day is all about you. How do you transform yourself from a normal person into a higher being, a higher ascended soul? So I hope you like this episode. If this episode resonated with you, do like, share, subscribe and comment. For any kind of personal guidance, you can WhatsApp or email me. My contact details have been given in the description box. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you again in another episode.